Welcome back. In our previous two sessions, we discussed about how actually we are going to navigate through the viewport and also about how to transform the objects and also all about the keyboard shortcuts. Now we are going to continue and we are going to work with the other panels that we use in Unreal. So if you come to Unreal, actually we have to understand the Unreal nomenclature. Now in Unreal, every object, say for example, I have a chair here, I have a table here, every object that we use here are called as actors. So every actor, this floor is an actor, this chair is an actor, and all these actors are assembled in one scene, and you can see the name of this scene is minimal default. And this scene, what you are seeing, minimal default, this scene is actually called as a level in Unreal. In Unreal, we call this as a level, or the other name that we use for this is maps. Either we call it as map or Unreal. Now, this is the scene that you are seeing. This minimal default is the scene that you are seeing. Now I want to create my own scene, or I want to duplicate this and save it as my another scene. So for this, what we can do is I can come to file, and here you have an option save current level as, and when I click on save current level as, what happens is now here in the content I am going to create a new folder here, and I am going to call this folder as my_maps. Remember, scenes are called as levels or maps in Unreal. Maps and levels are the same. In my maps, I am going to give this name as min default. I will give it the name as min default, and I will save it. So now once I save this, so this saved content, where did it go is, you have one content drawer here. You can see the content drawer. If I click on the content drawer, this is going to open, and now here you can see the folder you created, my maps, and this is the my minimal default or scene that is open. Okay, and this we call this as the content drawer. Okay, and this content drawer is going to hold all the items that we are using in our project. Whatever items, contents we are using it in our project are present inside this. Say for example, if I come to this content, if I right click, you have an option show in Explorer. So when I click on show in Explorer, now when we created the project, you remember in Unreal project, we saved it as short film. So when we create this folder when we create this project short film, this is going to create a folder called short film, and in this all these files will be created by Unreal, and in this all our actors, levels, maps, everything will be inside this folder called as content, and in this whatever folders are there, I am going to see it here. And when we launched it, we enable starter content, and this is going to add this content into the project. And this content, in starter content you have architecture, audio, blueprints, HDRI, so many folders, and here all the scenes, say for example, I have saved this as my minimal default. Where is the original minimal default file? For that, I have to come to this starter content, and in starter content inside map, you can see this original map. Here you have three maps: advanced lighting, minimal default, and starter map. Minimal default, if I double click it, this is going to open. See, now this minimal default is going to open. So right now I will come back to my maps and I will open my minimal default. So at a time you can open any one level or one map. which is nothing but the scene. So now this content will hold all the items that we are using it in the project, but whatever object we are using in this level or whatever we are using in this one map or level is shown to you in this right hand window, which we call as the outliner window. This we call as the outliner window. And in the outliner window, if I open this, on the top you have the name my minimal default. This is my scene or level, and if I open this level, it has some audio files, it has some game playback or actor, and this actor is nothing but the point where the actor is going to start acting. This is that point. Say for example, when I press the play button, you are going to see it from this. So if I press the play button now, you can see you are hearing a sound, and also you are seeing the scene here from this actor point where you have placed that actor. So now I can press W and move forward, S and move backward, A left, D right. So this is called as the game mode. I will stop the game mode now. If I press escape, it will stop, and then now we are going to discuss about this game mode again, and this game mode gives you the view of this player starter. Okay, so after this you have lights that we are using, and if I switch it off, you can see all the lights will be off. Then you have reflection map, you have sky and flag, you have static meshes. So in this you can see in this field you have one chair and you have another chair and you have a floor, you have two floors, okay, and you have one statue and you have one table. Say I want to add a new item to this scene, means I can come to the content drawer. And now here what happens is, every time I come to the content drawer, I open the content, and in starter content, in props, I have various properties. Say I will drag this couch and add it to the scene. I have added this couch to the scene, and when I add this couch to the scene, automatically you can see this is added over here. This is added to the root map. I can drag it and put it inside this static mesh. Okay, and now I have placed this. I will right click, I will rotate with middle mouse, I will pan it, and now say for example I will open the content drawer and I will drag one more table and put it over in the scene here like this. So when I add these items, these are getting added automatically here. I can drag it and again put it inside the static mesh folder. And now every time when I drag this content drawer get closed. If I want this content drawer to be present here always, I can open content drawer and click on dock the layout. When I click on dock layout, this will be docked to your layout and this will be always open, so that you can access it anytime here. Okay, so we have now in this session explored what is a level, what are the actors, and what is this content browser, and also the outlines. To briefly tell you, this scene is what we call as the level, and in the scene every item we are using is called as actor. All the items that we are using in our project will be present in this content browser. However, whatever item we use in a particular level or map will be seen in this outliner, and we can organize it in folders and we can use this. And the next part is, we have every object when we select, you have a huge list of properties available over here for every object. If I drag it little to the top, you can see so many properties available, and this properties panel we are going to explore it in our next session. It is called as the details panel. So in this session we just understood what is a level, what is an actor, and what is a content browser. All the content of our project are in content browser, and whatever content we use it in a level will be present in the outliner. So these things, and in outliner we can organize it as folders, and even in content browser we can create our own folder and we can organize it. We also created our own level. We saved the minimal default level as our own level, and we are working on that. So these are the things we have explored in this session. In the next session we are going to have a look at some of the properties of every actor that we can modify or that we can manipulate in Unreal. This part we are going to explore it in our next session. Thank you.